Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Trae Young is an elite offensive player. He averages over 25 points and nearly 10 assists per game in his career. The Lakers have been linked to a potential trade for Trae Young in recent years. While the Lakers have an excellent ball handler in Luka Doncic, the star has demonstrated in the past that he enjoys playing alongside another elite point guard. The Los Angeles Lakers signing of Trae Young would immediately transform their offense, adding a dynamic point guard alongside LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Young also provides a long-term foundation for the Lakers' post-LeBron era. The deal would look like this. Los Angeles Lakers receive Trae Young. Atlanta Hawks receive Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and Dalton Knecht. Trae Young has long been linked to the Lakers. The NBA's reigning assists leader got a revamped supporting cast this summer with the additions of Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Kristaps Porzingis, so the Atlanta Hawks might not be eager to part with their best player. However, Young is yet to sign a contract extension with the Hawks. Should Atlanta get off to a slow start, the idea of investing in Young long-term might be a sour one. After all, there is a chance Zachary Rizicher and Jalen Johnson can surpass him in the coming seasons. If the Hawks decide to make Rizicher and Johnson the centerpieces instead of Young, he could be flipped. Full mock trade details. Los Angeles Lakers get Trae Young. Atlanta Hawks get Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, 2031 pick, swaps in 2030 and 2032. With this deal, the Hawks add two high-level defenders to complement Dyson Daniels and Alexander Walker. On top of that, they get a lead guard in Reeves, who is expected to sign a cheaper deal than Young next summer. The Lakers can follow the Mavericks' blueprint. Doncic found success with a clutch, floor-spacing ball handler in Kyrie Irving. Young is an upgrade, by far. Los Angeles would have to shore up its defense around Young and Doncic, but if they don't think Reeves wants to play second fiddle, Young is an elite player. Carmelo Anthony believes LeBron James should end career with Lakers. LeBron James' future in the NBA is as uncertain as it has ever been as he enters his record 23rd season. For the first time in his career, he is playing on a true expiring contract, and has not given any indication what his plans are beyond the 2025-26 season for the Los Angeles Lakers. Many fans thought James was about to announce that this would be his final season, only for it to be an advertisement for his new Hennessy brand. But at this stage in his career, any year could be his last, despite the fact that he's still a top 10 player in the world. One of LeBron's closest friends and former Lakers teammate Carmelo Anthony had some thoughts about the way the all-time great should end his career. And while he prefaced that he has no actual knowledge of James' thought process, ending his career in purple and gold would be Anthony's pick, via DJ Siddiqui of Poker Scout. "I don't know what he will do, but he should end his years with the Lakers," Anthony said. "You're talking about somebody who wants to win championships, and he wants to be put into the right position to win it. It's a lot of talk around him, surrounding him and surrounding the Lakers, like it is every single year. He's just going to go out there and play." It's also as unclear as it has ever been how available LeBron will be this season. He is coming off of one of the most significant injuries of his career and is entering his age 41 season. But Anthony isn't too worried about how James will take care of himself. He's going to be more focused on taking care of his body and making sure that he's prepared throughout this long season, Anthony said. "Him being 41 years old, I think the body is the most important thing. The game is the game. When he's ready to get out there, he's going to get out there and give it his all. It's a long season." The narrative of these conversations always is around this time of the year, and we follow that. We follow the Bron train right throughout the course of the season. But he's good. I think he's good. He's ready for the season. Most importantly for him is being healthy, so he can be out there helping Luka, Doncic, and everybody else. LeBron's future is going to be one of the most talked about stories surrounding the Lakers this year. Hopefully, that topic is outshined by the Lakers winning games with Luka Doncic and James at the helm. Luka Doncic organized team bonding event after practice. The 2025-26 season represents arguably the most important year for Los Angeles Lakers star Luka Doncic's career, as he was criticized on his way out from the Dallas Mavericks for being overweight and unserious about defense. Doncic took those comments to heart, using the entire summer to transform his body and be in the best shape of his life. Doncic showed off what a new and improved body can do, dominating play in Eurobasket 2025 and getting Slovenia all the way to the quarterfinals. Now, Doncic will be counted on to lead the Lakers in his first full season with the team. While he has yet to suit up for preseason, Doncic has been taking part in training camp practices and getting himself ready. Even though he's new to the organization, Doncic has started to grow more comfortable in his leadership role. In fact, Luka organized a team event following a recent Lakers practice, via Dave McMenamin of ESPN. Doncic said he expected to develop as a leader during preseason because he'd finally be back around his teammates, and he made good on his word. While Luka understands that the goal is to win a championship this year, building chemistry and camaraderie off the floor is important. The 2020 Lakers roster became famous for how tight-knit they were, and that level of trust helped them navigate several difficult obstacles. This year's squad, like the 2020 iteration, has a lot to prove, and that common factor should help them on the court. The purple and gold will go as far as Doncic can take them, but the early returns have been beyond positive. Doncic looked like his old self in Eurobasket, and if the Lakers get that version of the Slovenian superstar during the regular season, then they have a decent shot of sticking in the contender conversation. DeAndre Ayton has not yet gotten to work with Luka. The training camp and preseason is crucial for the Los Angeles Lakers to integrate their new players into the system, particularly starting center DeAndre Ayton. Unfortunately, the Lakers are through 5 practices and 2 preseason games, and they're yet to have all of their projected starters on the court to get those much-needed reps and build chemistry. Lakers stars Luka Doncic and LeBron James have sat out the Lakers' first 2 preseason games. There has not been a reported injury for Doncic, but J.J. Redick recently said the organization will express caution considering the 26-year-old is coming off a Eurobasket run with Slovenia this past summer. The same can be said for James, who is entering his unprecedented 23rd season and dealing with a minor glut injury. Recent reports indicate LeBron may not suit up in any of the Lakers' 6 preseason games. With Doncic and James not playing in games, practice is the only chance for them to get on the floor with their new teammates, but Ayton revealed on Wednesday that has not yet happened either. "I haven't," Ayton said when asked if he's gotten to work with the team's 2 superstars. "It's something I've just been waiting on and just got to prepare. JJ and the coaching staff probably have something where they can put stuff together for all of us to really grow chemistry." Ayton didn't sound too concerned, as there is still 2 weeks until opening night. Building chemistry with a new center is a long process though, so Ayton's connections with Doncic and James may be a little behind schedule in the first handful of games to begin the regular season given the lack of live reps. Doncic and the Lakers previously spoke about how important training camp and the preseason would be, considering they didn't get those reps last year, so it's definitely unfortunate things have not played out that way to this point. Stephen A. Smith slams LeBron James' second decision announcement. LeBron James set the internet on fire Monday, announcing he'd make the decision of all decisions Tuesday. While Los Angeles Lakers and NBA fans alike speculated the superstar might be teasing retirement entering his 23rd season in the league, his viral announcement turned out to be an advertisement revealing his continued partnership with Hennessy. James mirrored the decision, which aired on July 8, 2010, when he revealed he'd be leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers to join the Miami Heat. His first decision drew plenty of backlash, and his second did much of the same. Stephen A. Smith criticizes LeBron James' latest decision. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith took to First Take to critique James' latest stunt. Smith and James have a bit of a history. The superstar confronted the analyst courtside at a Lakers game last season over comments Smith had made about his son, Bronny James. Smith didn't pull any punches this time around, calling LeBron's second decision both cringy and corny while criticizing the 4-time MVP's advertisement on Wednesday. "This was corny as H. It was cringy, it was all of that, we know this, Smith said. You're promoting an alcoholic beverage and trying to give people the impression that this could be your final season. Following his announcement, James will continue preparing for the regular season. The four-time champion is in jeopardy of missing the entire preseason due to a nerve irritation in his glut, though he appears likely to return for opening night against the Golden State Warriors. Alongside Luka Doncic, James will aim to lead the Lakers on a deep playoff run in what could be his final season after averaging 24.4 points, 8.2 assists, 7.8 rebounds and 1.0 steals per game across 70 regular season appearances in 2024-25. Scout views Dalton Knecht as negative asset in trade scenarios. Dalton Knecht had an up-and-down rookie season, and now some NBA scouts are as cold as ever on the Lakers player. Lately, it feels as though everything surrounding Dalton Knecht has been negative. Most of the chatter has been regarding how underwhelming Knecht was during the second half of last year and his mediocre play during Summer League. We are far removed from the 2024 NBA Draft, where experts were excited about the Lakers selecting him. It's also been a while since he's had one of those incredible shooting nights where he looks like a legitimate NBA player. With Knecht's good games from last season feeling more like nostalgia than a precursor of things to come, it's no surprise that people are less enthused about his second year, specifically NBA scouts on other teams. In an article in The Athletic, Dan Woik discussed Knecht's game with scouts around the league, and the conclusions that they came to were not good. But after a rough preseason debut where he shot 1 of 12, scouts left Palm Desert as pessimistic as ever, one even calling Knecht a negative asset, meaning the Lakers would need to attach pieces to incentivize a team in a trade. This is bad news for Knecht and the Lakers. Los Angeles needs Knecht to perform well and contribute to winning now, but he hasn't done that. In the first preseason game of the year, he played for 26 minutes and shot 1 of 10, scoring just 6 points. Knecht didn't fare much better in the following game against the Warriors. He went 3 of 11 in the loss, scoring only 6 points in his 34 minutes of play. If other scouts around the league view him as a negative asset, then you can't even trade him and get value back in return. Last year, this was still possible as Knecht and a first-round pick were used to acquire Mark Williams from the Hornets. That trade was rescinded after Williams failed a physical, but at the time, Knecht and a first-round pick were able to secure a starting quality big for the Lakers. At this point, the Lakers have him on the roster, and the best-case scenario for both parties is improved play by Knecht. Good basketball by him will solve all of this. If Knecht can find his groove, he can positively impact the team, and the Lakers will be thrilled to keep him in the rotation, knocking down shots and spacing the floor. And with a good shooter on the roster, perhaps he can once again be someone Los Angeles can throw into a trade to acquire a quality player in return. If he continues to struggle, then they will either be stuck with him or will have to use draft picks simply to move on from the Knecht experience. For what it's worth, Lakers head coach J.J. Redick feels Knecht is in a great place right now. During media day, he mentioned that Knecht had worked too hard during the offseason, which caused his play to struggle during Summer League. I asked J.J. Redick about Dalton Knecht and he said he feels he was burned out going into Summer League because of how hard he worked after last season. He feels Knecht is in a great place now though. So, maybe this quote is coming from a scout who caught Knecht on a bad night during the early parts of preseason. Perhaps none of this will matter once Knecht has played 25-26 regular season games that showcase his potential. The clock is ticking for Knecht, though. The NBA is a what have you done for me lately business, and scouts around the league have taken notice of his subpar play. NCAA's #1 scorer not joining Lakers, instead signing with Eastern Conference team. The Eric Dixon journey to start his professional basketball career has been a bit odd. The former Villanova star was reported after the 2025 NBA Draft to have signed a two-way contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. It turned out to instead buy an Exhibit 10 deal, though, a much lesser contract than a two-way. Dixon missed Summer League with a foot injury, and that may have impacted his contract status. The Lakers waived Dixon in September, which would set him up to join the G League's South Bay Lakers. But on Wednesday, the Charlotte Hornets announced that they have signed Dixon. Why is Dixon so significant? Because he led the entire country in scoring in 2024-25. For Villanova, Dixon put up 23.3 points per game and shot 40.7% from three-point range. He's a 6'8" lefty who simply knows how to put the ball in the basket. Dixon is 24, which is a knock against him for most NBA teams compared to younger prospects. But he's also proven a key skill, which could help him stick around the pro ranks. There must have been something from the Hornets' offer or organization that Dixon wanted more than he was getting from the Lakers. It still seems likely that Dixon will end up in the G League, instead with the Greensboro Swarm. But maybe he sees a better path to a promotion to the NBA in Charlotte. Wherever Dixon goes, buckets will likely follow, even if not quite to the extent that he filled it up at the collegiate level.